Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome back for another episode of Ep13 as Germany. We finally managed to form the German Empire last time around. We did manage to capture Elsass-Lothringen, and then we got the support from the other nations there. We did also, well, I think that was before though, we did capture the rest of Schleswig-Holstein, so now we got all the areas for that. Technically speaking, we do still have option for forming Central Europe. But that's going to require a bit more stuff. I think we need to have 35 states total. And there is a lot of areas to conquer. I don't think there is a... No, there's not a similar unification thing as there was in this one. Or in the Germany one. So I don't know if we'll get to that. We have already got on one of the two achievements that we wanted to get. The second one is we need to control or own 10 states in Africa. And we don't even own a full one yet. Which, to be fair, we are working towards. Technically speaking, what I suppose I could do. I've got some boats. How strong is Benin's army? It's 20 battalions, but is that any good? I suppose is the question. Is irregular infantry? No, so it's basically not good. So what I'm thinking here, we could probably go for a quick little war against them. I'm pretty sure that the states aren't going to be that expensive. It's 11 infamy, so that would still keep us below 25, which is kind of what we would like to keep it at most times. Would there be anyone joining in? Oyo would probably join the enemy. We probably wouldn't have to fight them really until later. I suppose I've got two armies that are fairly small, so I probably could go for this war. The idea is fairly simple. What we'll just try to do is we'll... On the other hand, we are getting that one in a year. We could probably wait so we can start the war or fighting over there directly so we don't need to worry about landings. I think that's what we'll do. We do have quite a bit of railways being built right now. Of course, a lot of those are already almost completed. The investment pool is rather tiny currently. They're doing a few things, but not too many. We're building a bit of extra army as well. Which I'm guessing, let's actually have a look at. Oh. Hey, low progress to consideration. Let's have a look at that. Oh, the infernal machine. Right, we've got a bit of potential revolution brewing up here. The militantism of the radical movement is pretty high. And similar on the life of Kaiser has killed many, but spared our ruler. A complex device, itself damage in the attack is the only trace of the revolutionary left at the site of the attack. Okay, we can either reduce popularity, or... we either get some Oh, right, that's not us. That is the agitator, isn't it? Yeah. So either we'll reduce the civil war by 10% or we increase it to 10%, and there's a risk that the agitator gets a bit more popularity. We'll give it a go. Just like it didn't really pan out too much. Or it didn't increase the revolution at least too much. The activism of the radical movement admittedly is pretty high, but if we can pass the National Guard, that's going to reduce the activism of the some of the movements quite a bit. We do have a fairly high number of nationals or national movements and all that, so things aren't exactly great for us. Oh, right, we're not building anything more right now. Let's have a look at the market real quick, shall we? So we need more glass. We do need some more coal. Coal is probably going to be fairly... Actually, where do we need coal the most? Let's see, so Anhalt could use a decent bit. Westphalia could use a bit more. I'd say basically a lot of this area could use a bit more coal. I'm guessing we can probably build... Yeah, we could build a couple of coal mines in here. Let's get that to 5, for example. There's not a lot of peasants available in here, but I suspect that there's going to be some people moving from one state to the other. So it's probably not going to be the end of the world. Similarly, we might go ahead and get at least one more coal mine over here in Westphalia. Maybe another one in Ruhr. And then maybe Northern Rhine can get one more as well. There's a lot of coal mines, and I suppose another thing that we do need to do is get some more glass works. And for that, we kind of need to figure out where do we have... Okay, so we've got lead mines over here, so I suppose Silesia would probably be the best bet for that. So we'll build another glass work there. That's going to get the construction busy for a moment again. We've got a fairly good research speed right now, which means that we're actually getting the preloading artillery soon. Oh yeah, we want to have that before we do a war against Benin. I think that's actually a good idea, because that's going to mean that we will deal a lot more damage to the enemy. We'll be able to win the fighting a lot faster, and it looks like the private sector is running really low on cash. The Crusade for Change. The ongoing effort to implement National Guard has captured the imagination of the Conservative Party, which has added full-throated support for the new law as part of the central platform. Okay, so they get momentum, or we get success chance. I'm gonna get the success chance for this. The faster we can pass the law, the better, because I do not want the potential revolution to be around for too much longer. Now, we are gonna need a bit more bureaucracy. We've got 2 already being built, but let's go ahead and build 1 more, I think. And the taxation levels aren't too bad, so you know what? Let's actually have a look at the peasants count, so we can keep a bit of an eye on places where there's not a lot of people available. So Posen would be pretty decent. They've got 1 in there already. We're going to get another 2 in there. They've got a lot of peasants waiting in there to be utilized one way or another. We could also get a bit of the iron mines, I guess. Do we need that, to be fair? I suppose the food industry could use a bit of iron, so we'll get an iron mine there. Maybe a logging camp wouldn't hurt either. We could probably get a couple of rye farms as well. That's a lot of construction work going on. Oh, Prison is colonizing northern Cameroon. Oh, so they are. Oh, they went to southern Cameroon and immediately probably started colonizing northern. Okay, but does that mean that they are now expanding their colony? No, not yet. Well, that's good at least. We probably do need to have a bit of colonial wars against the British. Although, I suppose if we can get to the inland over here, we can probably get the 10 states more or less sorted out. So it's not going to be that bad necessarily. But we've now got the new artillery, so let's go ahead and switch that in. Actually, can I do that? Oh. We can upgrade all of units. So is that, yeah, shrapnel artillery is now upgrading. Good. That does mean that the army is going to be much more effective. It's also going to probably increase our prestige quite a bit. Which we are luckily already at, oh, what do we have? Vultures upon a carcass. Opposition members' rate units have defected to the intelligence calls. Sure, so be it. So we got the election going on. Conservative Party is going to be the leader on this election for sure. A lot of coal mines have been built now, which is hopefully going to allow us to have a lot of cheaper, well, not necessarily cheap coal, but cheaper coal. So we can start utilizing that. I think there might still be some states, for example, I suppose, was it Rhineland? Yeah, Rhineland doesn't have a huge amount of extra pops here. I don't suppose there's a whole lot of things that we can automate. The tooling workshop, you know what? That would require a lot of coal. It would free up another 12,000 laborers, though. Which can then work, for example, at the subsistence farms for a little bit. Ooh, there we go. Just 1 more successful roll on the National Guard and we'll have it. Oh, there's a lot of things fully employed right now. That's good. The standard of living is it's fairly decent, almost 12. Although we do want to increase that further, but it's going to take a while. And it's the private sector. Oh, the investment pool has got almost 200,000 in there right now. And it's still got well, it's building 2 buildings right now. Not all that much. Oh, return state in oh right, so Prussia is getting conquered by Russia. Well, no surprises there. Oh, now they started building another steel mill in Baden. Oh, they do have iron mines there, so yeah, no, it's not actually a bad place for steel mill. They also got the motor industries in there. Hanover garrison refuses order. Orders of violence to suppress a popular riot in Hanover. Battalion of Hanover garrison have refused their orders, claiming that the execution of such a command would run contrary to the laws of men and God alike. Right, there would be a bit of devastation. It would reduce the progress of the revolution, at least. Or hush this down. And that would progress the civil war a bit further. Okay, no, we can't have insolvent. Yeah, no rebels here. So that's at least sorted out there. Motor industries are... Okay, so that's still slowly hiring. I suppose we don't need the... No, we do actually need the engines. But they might not have enough people to hire. Oh, that's the cause there. Do we have a... No, we don't have a university. No, we do have several universities in here, actually. So qualification should be coming along fairly nicely, honestly. But they must just... Oh, yeah, that probably isn't quite enough. Or maybe there is. But there might not be enough demand for the... Oh, right, we've got the railway in here. That requires a little bit engines, but not really all that much. The other voting methods. Encourage French people to take less conventional means of democracy in order to support the Free-Minded People's Party. I wouldn't actually... Well, no, I don't want more radicals. So no, we're not going to allow that. There's another logging camp being built in Brandenburg. Wait, is that actually by the, No, it's just the financial centers. So I'm guessing we've got the, Oh, they've got 11 buildings now. I mean, that's not too bad. It's mostly just logging camps, to be fair, but that can still be quite profitable. And that is still very much needed in various industries and all that, so it's not all bad. Now, I do wonder, has the army down here in the south actually gotten any strength yet? No, they still haven't hired anyone. We've only got like one officer, and it doesn't seem like we're actually training anymore right now, because the university is, well, they got a few people in there now, so there's a little bit more qualifications. Oh, and there's the National Guard. There we go. That might reduce the revolution, or at least the activism a little bit. We do need more bureaucracy, which we've got 2 buildings already underway, but that does slow down these 2 as well, so we need to build another few. Maybe we'll just pause it into... Actually, I don't know if we want to build a whole lot in there, because there's no sulfur. I suppose Silesia could be decent, because we can get a paper mill in here. Get 1 level paper mill, and then we can get another few levels of government administration. That should be pretty decent, and the petition is completed. So one thing that was pointed out in after the first episode on my Discord is that for the achievement to have the 10 states in Africa, we actually need to control all of it ourselves. We can't give that to any colonial nations, or at least that used to be the case. Not entirely sure if that is still the case, but there's a good chance that it is. So we're not going to take risks. We're going to hold on to it all ourselves. In the hands of the state. Oh, right. Civil War either gets... Oh, they get more activism. No, we'll just get the Civil War progress, but at least it's going downwards right now. Yeah, the militant all activism is now 90%, which is still very high. We can't really afford too much sidestepping in there. Oh, right, and the construction, we didn't go and build some more. Engines are still pretty high demand, of course. Glass is another one that is very high demand. Did we get another glass work in here? We are getting one. I'm going to get a few more. At least 1 more in there. Maybe the steel mill wouldn't be too bad in here either. And then I suppose we can get a couple... lead mine seems to be quite profitable. Sulfur mine seems to be very profitable. We'll get those. And the coal mines, we already got a ton of them. But I suppose we could get a few more. Right, more and more cheap coal into the market will be very handy. We've got a GDP of 62 million. We're still number 2 in the world. If we have a look at the... Right, the Chinese have more than... or almost double what we have. A tour of gin and beer. No beer, no vote. Sure, we'll go with that. Okay, so they did manage to get 13%, the Free Minded People's Party. And Free Conservative Party, 7%. But Conservative Party got almost 80% of the votes. And I don't suppose... Oh... Oh, did Petit Bourgeoisie want to... Well, I suppose we could bring them in here. That should allow us to potentially change some of the taxes then. Well, not necessarily taxes, but various laws, I suppose. Is there... wealth voting? There is no opposition to it. There's not a huge support for it either. But that would reduce the radical movement's stuff in there, so maybe not a bad idea. And since there's no opposition, we can go for that one. It will reduce our authority. Actually, no, it doesn't reduce the authority. It will reduce the political strength of some people, but that's fine. Oh, and now there's the radical movement secession. Oh, right, so it went below 75% from... Oh. Pretty Senegal wants to... Okay, sure, you can have that. So that's a secession movement in... Okay. Oh, and it disappeared. We might be having that pop up a few times here. We're still got about 5 million in our cash reserves, so that's good. I'm actually going to go and speed up a little bit so that we can get the colony done in here. We can start the war against Benin. I do actually wonder, are we now getting any qualifications in here yet? Not a lot. We're getting some academics and a few other things, but not too many. Still only got 300 people working at the university. But I suppose it's better than nothing. But yeah, for the barracks to work, we need to get some officers. Like, you need to have some officers in there for them to hire than the servicemen. So that's going to take a while. We do have quite a bit unemployed in there as well. But once we have that, that's going to give us even more areas actually in here. Do we need... The manor houses over here are fairly profitable. The textile mill, I suppose we've got the mechanized looms in there. So technically speaking, over here might actually not be that much needed. We can hire some more laborers that way. Which means there's less unemployment, which I suppose is actually not a bad idea. The fishing wharf, we've got the steam trawlers there already. Wait, what's this then? Pretty rare versus... Ooh, okay. No, I don't think I need it in there. There's a lot of fighting in... Ooh, Colonial Affairs investment to level 4. There we go. So now we're colonizing even faster. I think we're reaching the sort of highest point over here that we can. Like, I think 10% colonial growth generated, that is the highest that you can get to. Oh, crooked connections. How is the... Hold on a minute. Wait, why is it... I don't need that. Oh, it's a different tab. Okay, that makes sense. Right, the landowners are still pretty happy, so I'm gonna upset them a tiny bit. We can pass the wealth voting hopefully faster, although, you know, there is a high chance of debate, so it could be that we get a 1 or 2 setback somewhere down the line. We do also need to get some more construction work going. We've got a bit of frost going in here, so how is our situation looking? Actually, food security. That's mostly good. There's some starvation going on. It's not too bad. We do need a bit more farming, though. So maybe Portland. How's the infrastructure? Oh, there's plenty. I'm going to get another few rye farms in there. That's probably going to help the food industry to be a bit more profitable there. So that's fine. Then after that, there was a few other things. We do need more engines, which I'm guessing is something like Ruhr might be a fairly good location for that. We've got several steel mills. Oh, actually, you know, Westphalia, we've got the motor industry already in there, although they're not hiring fully. Now, why is that? What are we missing? More engineer. I suppose it could also just be not quite as profitable needed to hire more people right now, so that might be part of the reason. They could use a bit more cheap coals. I'm going to get another few coal mines in Westphalia. We're building a whole lot of coal mines, but that is something that we need a lot to industrialize faster. And yeah, we do also need a bit more glass by the looks of it. So Silesia, we can probably get another few levels over there. Then maybe get another couple levels for the lead mines. Maybe one more for the sulfur mine, because that's going to be allowing us to get the paper mill working slightly faster. It's recently built, so it's currently hiring more. But it should be fairly profitable in here, because we've got a lot of government administrations in here. They need 200 paper, and we can produce... how much is it, actually? 100. Okay, so 2 levels will be mostly enough. Oh, and there we go. Health system level 3. There we go. That should increase the population growth. Oh, yeah, we're getting 400,000 estimated per year. That's not bad. So did we... Oh, corporations spreading right. And we're getting the repeaters. Repeater rifles. Ah, right. So we could go ahead and... Oh, did we already move one of the armies in here? We did. Yeah, we got the 20 battalion in there. So Benin, while you are cooperative, I think it's time for us to incorporate you into our nation. Denmark might actually support them. I mean, if that happens, we might take the Spanish Togo, or not Spanish, Danish Togo from there. And then that would allow us to expand it even further. But let's have a look at this then, shall we? So we can send this one... is it already set? Yeah, it's already set to fight or advance the front. So the 20 battalions, unless they get help, that should be plenty. Against the odds. Some of the South Italian people have been going. Okay, how's the Petit Bourgeois is pretty happy still. So we can probably reduce their strength a tiny bit. Well, there's a whole lot of farms and all that being built right now. Also without a rebel. Oh, Ferdinand LaSalle, right, that's the labor movement. Yeah, you know what, we want to get perhaps rid of that one now. The world voting is still trying to pass. There is still quite a bit of radicalism in various movements. I'm hoping that we can reduce that a tiny bit. They got the 21 battalions in there. Our troops are, of course, much, much better quality. So we'll probably just, with this 20 battalion army, we should be able to defeat these quite easily. And I suppose we have gotten any, no officers yet. Oh, debate success. Well, there we go. Now we're at, what, 16% chance? Yeah, it's better. The repeaters are going to be done soon, then we'll get the ironclad so we can start getting some dreadnoughts and all that, which actually does remind me I really need to expand my fleet down now. We don't need it right now necessarily, but we might want to create a second fleet. Let's say, well, I suppose it's going to be, well, it could be in Poland, but yeah, it's going to be in North Germany still. Okay, a leader for this. Ooh, industrialist could be useful. We're not going to start building any ships for that yet, I don't think. Because we're going to wait until we can produce the ironclads. And then we're going to utilize that for... I suppose the frigates will still need some, don't we? Because the monitors we need to research separately. You know what, maybe we'll go ahead and get a small fleet in here. Hanover, how much do you have peasants in there? Plenty, okay. So we'll get 4 over there, and then we'll get 1 man of war. That's only 5 ships, but that's gonna give us a bit more fleet. Actually, that reminds me, how is our declared... Oh, we could declare another 3 interests. Put 1 in Congo, because I don't want to colonize in there a bit further. Then I suppose Livonia could be an interest for us in the future, and then we don't have 1 in America right now at all. Could be useful to do some trade in there. Although, I suppose something like Indochina could be useful. Or Japan. You know what, Japan? We're going to put that in there. I don't think we can actually trade with them yet, can we? No, they've got a free trade. Oh, so we could trade with Japan. Oh. Alright then. Also, I suppose, let's have a look at the things that we need in our market right now. So we need a bit of ammunition, of course. Prime man of war price going down. Fabric price is going up a little bit. Still need quite a bit of clothing. So if we were to import that, can we import that from British market? Not really. Okay. Glass, can I import that? I could import a little bit from the British market, because that's got 0 cost for our bureaucracy. So I'm going to import a little bit from there. That's at least somewhat useful. We'll reduce the construction cost, which we are still at 5 million, actually. Right, we probably don't need the strategic object on these 2 right now. They've got 22 battalions in there. They haven't called anyone in. We don't need to invite anyone in either. And I don't think we can put in any extra war goals here, but that's fine. So the colonization of the rest of the Niger Delta is still going somewhat well. The British are definitely colonizing a lot of it here to our east. But if we can get into the inland, that's probably going to be fine. Do we have enough infrastructure in here? We've got plenty, yeah. We'd also probably go ahead and get a tobacco plantation. Maybe a livestock ranch. Well, the livestock ranch might not be all that profitable. Coffee plantation could be quite useful as well. So we'll get a couple plantations going on there, so we can get a little bit more people working on those, and it's going to provide a bit more useful stuff to the market, hopefully. We still only have 1 officer in the entire state right now, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Oh, there's the repeaters. Right, so let's go ahead and switch the arms industries. Oh, the artillery foundry. Right, we could get the breech loaders in here. Sure. Let's do that. It might not be profitable right now, but that's fine. We don't have a huge amount of troops active. I don't suppose we researched the dynamite yet, did we? No, not yet. It will be used soon, though. And after that, we might go... Right, we're getting the vulcanization. We could go for the rotary valve engine and electrical generation. Or we could go for concrete, or reinforced concrete. Or maybe we'll go for steam donkey and unlock the pump tracks already. So we can get oil. Because we kind of do want that. There's a lot of production techs, and after that we might go for a little bit of society things again. Philosophical pragmatism would be quite useful for the extra influence. There is, of course, the mutual funds, which is quite handy, so we'll definitely research that one. Identification documents would be useful for extra taxation. Ooh, but investment banks, yeah, we'll get that one. We'll get another company available then. And then there's the feminism, which would allow us to get the women into the workplaces. Could be useful, but not necessarily something we need desperately. So we'll keep that as the queue for now. Let me just have a look. Is there any other war goals? No, there's no war goals that I can even add. Yeah, just wanted to make sure. So there's a whole lot of mines being built as goals. There's a lot of class works underway. Is there... Right, we might need a bit of ammunition. Could use another fine art academy as well. There's a bit of iron mines being built by the private sector in Saxony. I guess that's useful. But yeah, so our colonization might be happening through a lot of, well, Sokoto, most likely. Oh, Oyo, is that, that's a recognized state, right? Or unrecognized power, but it's not decentralized. So that could be a way for us to push even further west. So our army should be advancing, and it should be fairly easy fighting for us. They've got 25 battalions, so they've got the numbers advantage. Ooh, debate success, there we go. We should be at 26 now. And, oh yeah, that's an easy victory for us. We're taking quite a bit more casualties in there. We've lost about 1,300 men now. It's probably about 1,500 for us, and it's going to be about 14,000 for them. So that's a pretty good start. And how much did we actually conquer? Okay, 26% of their state already. That's a bit more work to be done in there for sure, but it's another 3 victories, which we're already getting another one already in here. Got the poor visibility, which is not making our life easy, but we're still winning it, of course. We might be a little bit more technologically advanced on this particular conflict here. And France is colonizing a lot in West Africa, that's for sure. We do need to do a bit more construction work, though, so let's have a look. What do we need? So I suppose we did want to get some fine arts. Oh, Silesia is having some infrastructure issues. Well, let's get another railway there then, shall we? That's... oh, and we need engines in here. I mean, I suppose, where did we... So Westphalia is the motor industries in here. They're not really fully active. Partially because they don't need motor industries or engines there that much. I guess what we could do is just get another motor industry down here. That would probably help. And then, are we still bad in terms of food security? Well, not bad, but like, yeah, there's still 2% that are having some food issues. We could use a bit more groceries. So I suppose, pausing over here, we did get the extra rye farms. We've got still plenty of peasants. I'm thinking what we could do is get another 1 or 2 food industries there. We'll get another 5 rye farms. We could get another iron mine as well. Got the railway in there and everything. I don't think we necessarily need a university right now. We've still got a total of... Oh, we do actually need some university. Okay, let's get a university down here then. I'm trying to spread them out a little bit so we can get the qualifications sorted out on the states. For example, actually, Saxony has already got 2. I guess we'll get a 3rd one in there. They've got paper mills in there. Oh, we could get a fertilizer plant. That seems like a good idea. Also, I suppose the paper mill over here might not be a terrible idea to level up another point there. There we go. So now I've got plenty of things being built. We're still making a bit of money, although that might be because the construction cost hasn't updated yet. Yeah, there we go. Now we're losing much, much more than that. Oh, and there we go. That's another battle. Should be... Oh, we've got a plunder. We're still winning this quite handily. Now, we haven't lost too much troops, and we've still got about 18,000 men at least in here. Of course, we're getting some reinforcements back from Germany, but that's still not too bad. Oh, and Equatorial Bantu National Movement. They're a little bit militant, but they're not too bad. How's the standard of living down here? It's 9.0, so not exactly ideal. I'm guessing the war is going to be a victory soon enough. But not quite yet, but I think it might be just after this particular battle. We should then have all of the state. And then they'll capitulate. And there we are. Or debate failed. Well, that's not good. Oh, African colony is completed. There we go. What does that mean? Oh, right. It was one of the hegemony things, wasn't it? Still needs to be the #1 great power, which we're not yet. I do actually wonder, how much is the difference between us and Britain? It's not that high. Especially if we're getting a little bit extra fleets and all that, that might fix some of the issues. We don't have a lot of subjects. But what do we get in Benin? Right, we're not going to incorporate these days, by the way. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and use the state action reset production methods. We got a bit of productions in here. I suppose, do we have... Yeah, we've got a bit of unemployment in here, so I'm going to not use the traditional looms. We'll use a bit more laborers then, yeah. And then the urban... Yeah, that's fine. We do not have a railway in here. The port is going to be providing at least a little bit help. Is the... Oh, tax collection is a bit low. But I suppose since it's not incorporated, it's not really going to be providing taxes anyway. So that's not really a concern, or major concern anyway. Okay, so the situation in Niger Delta, the education is still very, very poor. But I guess we might be getting a little bit more people working at the university soon, so that should help. But yeah, I suppose what we could do, we've got the port, we'll build a railway level in here just in case. Of course, the construction speed over there is going to be quite rubbish right now. We've got quite a bit of different plantations as well. A lot of them are already owned by various... I suppose probably the manor houses mostly. And the financial districts. Oh, there's coal and iron in here. Now that could be quite handy. Not necessarily something we need desperately, but yeah, it could be rather handy. There's the food factories in there as well. So that's probably going to be... Oh, right. Did we get construction sectors as well? Oh, we did. Oh, there's 5 of them in there. Okay, so we may need to get some... Hold on a minute. So we're using the steel construction, right? Yes. So we kind of need a tooling workshop in here then. At least the glass work is already... Well, one glass work is already in here. Are we using the Yeah, we're just using ceramics, and we're not going to go to the last level quite yet, because we need a lot of glass anyway. We don't really need that much porcelain. I suppose explosives is going to have to be imported. I mean, what we could, of course, do is just reduce this by at least one level. Ah, right, no, this is a session, so we can't do that. Never mind. They're a little bit militant, but it's not too bad. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.